You're alive.
I'm alive.
You're alive. Do you feel like Frankenstein?
A little bit. Moving slow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, whenever you're ready, my dear.
Sure.
I have, we're back here. This is Lulu, and we're back here with Beau. Beau's an acupuncturist and Zendo master who's down here from Portland. I know masters don't like the word master usually.
Yeah, and I'm not. So.
15 years with an ordination. Depends who you want to ask, probably.
I think that trajectory goes in the opposite direction.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I like that. That's great. Anti-chi, practitioner, whatever you want to, how you would describe that. And last night, so I met you a couple days ago, and here you are. Just why not make use of the house and the space and jump right in. And so last night you brewed it up around 8 o'clock, brewed your tea up, and around 9 o'clock, I think it was, maybe
9:04.
Uh-huh.
It was quite an effort to keep it down.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, maybe like 6 or 7 minutes. I was like, I was working to
Keep it down.
Yeah. And yeah, it's strong.
Yeah.
And then
it is. It's got that gritty from the wood pulp too. It's kind of the
it just did, the like kind of like I had like a sweat and like a I just started, it was like really just, kind of crawling out of your skin.
Yes.
And like,
yeah.
Oh man, I don't think I can keep this down.
Yeah.
And I just had to kind of like, just.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I just, it's funny too how quickly you're, that wave that kind of comes over you and you can't really, like I couldn't really read the clock kind of a thing, and I was like, I remember you said like at least 20 minutes, and so I was like, that's just where it's at, it's like it can't happen before 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And so it kind of.
Did you get up and go to the toilet? Because I heard footsteps.
I did.
That was about 20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was, it was funny because I think, I don't know, in my mind I like set those like 9:24 or something, it was like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it was 21 or 22 minutes. And then I started throwing up. Yeah, and I just wasn't sure if I was gonna have it coming out the other end or
exactly.
So I just went to the bathroom and kind of hung out there until I was like kind of clear. Clear
and bored, wanting to get back under the covers and
I mean, after that first purge.
How did you feel too? Were you getting, because I know that that weird feeling, that sweat, and that describing it as wanting to crawl out from under your skin or whatever. It's like like almost like you can't pinpoint what the feeling even is.
Yeah,
what's
it's
the
kind of
feeling.
overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's just like kind of overload.
Yeah.
I mean, in some ways not too different from like having food poisoning or something where you're just kind of like hanging on, hanging on for the ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it kind of, as soon as you get it out, it feels fine.
Yeah.
Well, sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was like maybe a couple hours into it, I threw up again. A few times.
Yeah.
Just in like a series of purging again.
Were you able to drink all of the tea in one set, or did you wait and kind of half
I think
now,
I drank
half later?
it over like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Sip and wait and sip and wait. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I do too.
Yeah, because it felt like if I drank too much of it too quickly, it was so strong. I felt like I might kind of
just
have too quick of a reaction to it. So I tried to just take sips, but also try to get down kind of quick.
Yeah, that's what I do. And then I usually don't get all of it, and then after a couple hours, I'll sometimes do the bump with it and take the rest, so that if there's any that I couldn't get down.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Can you keep that down then?
Yeah, because after a while you just start feeling different, and it's almost like you're starting over with the taking it.
Interesting. But you don't have another reaction because you're taking more? Because to me it felt like I had to kind of like purge every last bit of it.
Yeah.
Like that second time, a couple hours in, it was like I could just tell it was like, oh, there's like still a little bit left in my stomach, and my stomach just was like,
don't get every bit of it out.
Every bit. Every last drop.
Well, I wonder if your stomach walls were thin enough to absorb much during that 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Did you still have visuals?
Some, yeah.
What happened after? So you went back to bed, crawled in. Then what? And then you had a second trip to the bathroom, you said, right?
No. Or did I? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I got up a couple times.
Yeah.
Kind of just to
see if you were in your body, or.
At one point, I got up to adjust the light because I had the little salt lamp on.
Yeah.
And I wanted it darker.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to give you an eye pillow.
Oh, it was okay. I was like in a fetal position with the blankets over my head. It was like,
make it end. When's it gonna go away?
I never really had that.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. I never felt overwhelmed. I mean, physically, just the purging in the beginning, but like psychologically or like visually, I didn't ever feel overwhelmed. It was pretty. Just okay.
Yeah. And then anything actually happen?
Yeah, I mean, feels like kind of hard to articulate.
Yeah,
it
is.
Well, it was interesting, like right when I started to feel it kind of kicking, I think before I started to purge, or maybe after. That's the other thing too, is like I kind of almost can't remember.
Yeah. You lose track of time, space.
Yeah. Like when? Yeah.
That's the point. Yeah, kind of to get you in the other dimension, in the spirit world, without being, Oh, sleep.
Right. Well, I had your stuff set up, like your playlist and your, and then it was weird. Like at the last minute, I was just like, actually, I want to listen to this, and like I just like picked this thing, and it was this choral music.
Oh, beautiful!
And
wow.
So like
that's a great idea.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from. I just but that was interesting because just the sort of the anchor and the music over the course of it was, and that there was something about that music too. It was just like,
What?
Oh, it was so beautiful. I mean, it was just so like, and energy of it.
Yeah.
And like the clarity of it, and I remember thinking, I don't want to recognize words. Like, I think that was a thing. Like, I put on the playlist, and I was like I didn't want my mind to like have these associations with what I was listening to, and like hearing words.
Yeah.
And that's what happened, actually, because I started the playlist, and I was like, I don't want to hear these words.
Yeah.
And that's why I saw like this choral music. It's all like in, like whatever other languages, like Latin or and I couldn't recognize anything.
And then you can just feel.
And I could just feel the energy of the music. And it's so much of that is like, I think the spaces too, they must record in like these cathedrals and stuff.
Oh
and, like,
my God!
And
yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, anyways,
that's a great idea.
It was just such an interesting energy to have kind of as a continual reference point.
I know. And can you even imagine? Like, do you feel like you could understand almost what they were singing on a vibrational level?
Well, and that was the thing. It was so devotional and so it's like this humbling kind of energy, like this humbled energy. It's like this worship, like this. And
that's so great. I gotta take a journey and do that. I want to hear that.
And this morning, actually, just like the last hour, I was kind of going back and listening to some of these tracks.
Yeah.
And it was just like, whoa.
Wow.
Like, this is
heaven on earth almost.
Right.
And it is such a worship and devotion. Like, I've heard that just in even just other music, that, like I always say, when after the purge, it starts to sound like harps and angels,
I had
even
a lot
though
of that. Like, I was I was like hearing angels.
Yeah.
That's how I experienced it. That's how I felt it. And I thought it was interesting, this morning I was just kind of, like I said, going back on some of that, and I was thinking about the plants, Syrian rue, and acacia, and like the burning bush, and like the whole thing.
Exactly.
And I was like, wow, it's kind of, I don't know, there's something about the music too that just felt like, because I associate ayahuasca with
Peruvian, with South America, but it's not. Like, it's all over. It's everywhere. It's just in different plant forms.
Yeah, and I think like I've never, I don't fully understand. But
the Syrian root is like, it comes in. I order that all the way from the Middle East, you know, and it's not the same. And they use it there as an aphrodisiac. Like at weddings, they'll throw it on the fire to kind of, and when something crackles too, it kind of wards away the evil spirits. Like, I notice that with sage, if I go around the house after there's been kind of some energy, if you get those crackles, those pops, and then the Syrian rue is also used